All right. Welcome. Bienvenidos to the tribute to Victor Jara. I'm going to start off and we'll start talking a little bit after the first song. But welcome everybody, and special welcome to our Chilean friends. Bienvenidos, damos bienvenido a nuestros amigos chilenos que están aquí, un grupo, una delegación de Chile. Es un gusto para nosotros tenerles aquí. Y bueno. That was a song by The Clash. Came out in the early 80s, and that's the first time I ever heard of Victor Jara. I was a student here, and I remember that song and hearing him talk about Victor Jara, and that put me on a search to find out who he was. I didn't even speak Spanish yet, and now I'm a professor of Spanish, thanks to the Clash and Victor Jara. So Victor Jara was born in 1932 in a poor family. He lived in southern Chile. His family moved to, his dad was a tenant farmer for a while. His dad drank a bit, and his mother took him and his family and moved up to Santiago. And Victor grew up in a poor neighborhood. His mother played guitar, and she sang for people, and music was part of his life forever. And when he started playing music, he did music from all over the world. He liked to listen to the music. It was played in other parts of the Latin world and the United States as well, and incorporate some of those songs. So a lot of the songs that he did were from other people. This first one we're going to do that he sang is called Lamento Borinquen. It's by a Puerto Rican composer called Rafael Hernandez. I think I put it in the program as Miguel Hernandez, but it's Rafael Hernandez. This song is called The Lamento Borincano. And like all the songs that Victor chooses of other people, this song, it's a sad song, and it has a social message. It's about when Puerto Rico was changing, entering into the modern age, and it's kind of a sad song, The Lamento Borincano. Frammento Boricano. Okay, the next song I'm going to play is an Afro-Peruvian song by a guy named Nicoma de Santa Cruz. This song is about an old slave song, and the guy is saying, I'm not going to go back to Molina to work anymore because the boss keeps whipping me and he never stops. A la Molina no voy más. Yucatán torna, sa morenguesa, para ir a Zambia, hay que recuestar. Yucatán torna, sa morenguesa, para ir a Zambia, hay que recuestar. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no interesa. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no interesa. Ya no más el Roma y Pascual, pero me he caído, qué barbaridad. Que fueron esclavos sin su voluntad, por devorado, no fuera a soltar. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no soy tristeza. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no soy tristeza. A la no quiere caminar por culpa de este borrico, el patrón me va a salvar. Y no quiero tanto, como de negrito, por el poco corte que mucho trabajar, hasta que del cielo vino valorito. Santa libertad. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no soy tristeza. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no soy tristeza. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no soy tristeza. A la Molina no voy más, porque ya no soy tristeza. Okay, Victor liked to explore the folk traditions all over the place, but he stuck close to home a lot. Here's one from Bolivia, a song that he did called El Tinku. This is a rhythm called the Tinku.
That's not the rhythm, that's just my tuning instrument.
So this is called the Tinku. This song is in Aymara. This one we don't have the lyrics. This is in Aymara, and this is about people drinking, isn't it, Lalo?
Yes.
Lalo's Pizquecho in Aymara.
Partying and drinking and getting in trouble with the ladies. Yes, easy.
This is called El Tinku.
El Tinku.
El Tinku?
Sí.
all, I'd like to say some thanks to a lot of people who helped put this show together, besides all the band. When I first brought this idea to the people in June, I said, I think we should do, this is the 40th anniversary of Victor Jara dying in September. I think we should try to do a tribute show to Victor Jara. And everybody in the band said, Victor who? But I convinced him to do it. And then I asked my colleagues here at St. Cloud State for some support, and I'd like to thank the College of Liberal Arts, my colleagues in the Department of Languages and Cultures, the Psychology Department, the Sociology Department, Jim O'Neill, Sociology and Anthropology, excuse me. And first of all, you know, the most important person who I have to thank for this is, when I first started doing it, in the summer, and I didn't know if my colleagues would give any support, I told my mom. That's a good person to tell your problems to, isn't it? I said, Mom, I want to do a show, but I don't know if there's going to be any money in it. And she said, I'll give you $100 for that show for sure. He sounds like a great guy. I'd love to support that. So thank you, Mom. And Mom is up there in the corner. So I'm not going to talk too much. I tried to not talk too much and just let the songs tell the story of Victor Jara. But here's a song that's written by a guy named Adrian Mitchell. He wrote the poem, and Arlo Guthrie, Woody Guthrie's son, put this one to lyrics and tells the whole story of Victor Jara. And we're going to do this one, and then we're going to get into some more Victor Jara songs. So this is the story of Victor Jara by Arlo Guthrie.
Fight for the people of Chile, with songs and his guitar. Hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor Jara was a peasant. He worked from a few years old. He sat upon his father's plow and watched the earth unfold. His hands were gentle, his hand was strong. Now when the neighbors had a wedding, one of their children died. His mother sang all night for them, with Victor by her side. His hands were gentle, his hand was strong. He grew up to be a fighter against all people's wrong. We listen to their grief and joy, turn them into song. His hands were gentle, his hands were strong. He sang about the copper
right, thank you. Here's a song that's by Victor Jara. I think this is the first one he did. It's by Victor. This is called Cochabamba Me Voy. He wrote a lot of songs about all sorts of stuff, mostly about love. That was his main theme. But he wrote songs about the revolutions all over. And this is a song about a revolution taking place over in Bolivia, in Cochabamba. This one's called Cochabamba Me Voy. Mark's going to switch over to mandolin here. Here I'm playing a charango from Bolivia that I bought in Concepcion, Chile. Okay, let me just explain one thing. Yeah, that's it. In our band, only a couple of us speak Spanish, so a lot of them we say what the titles are. People who don't speak Spanish can't quite get those together, so we have to say, oh, this is da 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 instead of Cochabamba Me Voy. Yeah, this is out. 2, 3, 4. Okay, this next tune is called Hasta Siempre Comandante Che Guevara. Somebody likes it. This is a well-loved tune. It's recorded by people all over. If you look it up on YouTube, you'll see Comandante, Hasta Siempre Comandante, and you'll see by Victor Jara. But Victor Jara did not write this song. He didn't perform this song. But he's been now given credit for it on the internet, and it is a song that I think he would maybe sympathize with. And since this follows the Cochabamba song, the Bolivian Revolution, and this song is about Che Che was killed in the Bolivian Revolution, so we'll just jump over to there and give Victor some credit for this song. It's a great song, even though he didn't write it. It fits in well tonight, and this is Hasta Siempre, Comandante Che.
We've never had that response, ever. We're so glad.
Vivo,
Okay, here's one of Victor Jara's most famous political songs. Kind of laid out a lot of what he's thinking about, what's going on in Chile. So, Victor first got famous in Chile for theater. He was an actor and a director, and then he started playing music, and by the 70s, he was the major singer in Chile, well known in lots of places throughout Latin America and throughout the world in many places. Known by many people here too. This song's called Vientos del Pueblo. This kind of talks about what he's singing about socially. And it ends with a verse from a great Spanish poet named Miguel Hernandez, who was a poet of the Civil War, Spanish Civil War, and put in jail afterwards. And this song is Victor Jara's song, and he ends it with his little homage to Miguel Hernandez. Vientos del Pueblo. De nuevo quieren manchar mi tierra con sangre obrera, los que hablan de libertad y tienen las manos negras, los que quieren dividir de la madre de sus hijos y quieren reconstruir la cruz que arrastra a Cristo. Quieren ocultar la infamia que legaron desde siglos, pero el color de asesinos no borrarán de su cara. Ya fueron miles y miles los que entregaron su sangre en caudales generosos, multiplicaron los males. Ahora quiero vivir junto a mi hijo y mi hermano, la primavera que todos vamos construyendo a diario. No me asusta la amenaza, patrones de la miseria. La estrella de la esperanza continuará siendo nuestra. Vientos del pueblo me llaman, vientos del pueblo me llevan, me esparcen el corazón y me aventan la garganta. Así cantará el poeta mientras el alma me sueñe por los caminos del pueblo, desde ahora para siempre. All right, Vientos del Pueblo, great song. So, in the early 70s, things were getting pretty hot in Chile. Victor Jara, there's a lot of people who mix him up in politics, and he was part of politics, but mostly he was about love. He was about loving all the people, wanted the unity of his country and the people all over the world. And when this song came out, it's called Ni Chicha ni Limona, things were getting really hot in Chile. There was a lot of conflict and lots of polemic. And this song, Ni Chicha ni Limona. Chicha is a drink in Chile. It's a drink in Peru too. It's different in Chile. Chile is made from grapes. And limona is a drink too. And there's a saying in Chile, Ni Chicha ni Limona. And in English, they translate it as neither fish nor fowl. Does that make any sense to people who speak English? Neither fish nor fowl? Well, it means you got to be this or that. You're not this and you're not that. You got to be something, okay? And this is Victor's song telling the people of Chile, you got to be with us, or you got to do something. But take a side, please, because things are getting hot. And this song is called Ni Chicha, Ni Limonada. Okay, like I said, Victor Jara is most of his songs are about love, people, men and women, family, country, home, all the things that are worth loving, that's what he's about. And this is his most famous song. It's a love song called Te Recuerdo Amanda. This goes out to Ernesto, who asked for this song today. But we're going to play it anyway. This is probably Victor Jara's most famous song in Chile. I directed our St. Cloud's Day program in Chile, and you'd see lyrics of this song, graffiti all over. We don't have poetry lyrics, graffiti in the United States, do we? But in Chile they do. They have a lot of poetry graffiti. And there's a lot of this song. And I was at a concert at the University of Concepcion. There was a couple singing this song in the big amphitheater, beautiful campus that they have. And they were way down at the bottom, in a big space, and they had a big system, and they were singing this song. And about halfway through the song, in the middle of them singing, the electricity went out. And all of a sudden you couldn't hear any voices. And what happened? All the people who were around just picked up at the point where the vocals went out and finished the song off, didn't even miss a beat. That's the type of stuff that goes on in Chile. They have a love affair with music, and they're musicians, and everybody loves this song in Chile. It's a beautiful song. In this song, Te Recuerdo Amanda, there are a couple things in the lyrics. This is a simple song about, as Victor describes it, a song of love between a factory worker any place in the world and this woman, Amanda, who's going to see her man. She gets 5 minutes off on break, and she sees him and makes her life okay. But then there's this other thing. He puts these little political things that you don't understand when they talk about going to the Sierra. This is an allusion to going up to the mountains to help out, support the miners in the copper mines. And a lot of people were killed doing that, either in the mines themselves or by the people who were putting down the strikers and the people who were supporting the strikers. So that's this. So it's a beautiful love song, but it also has this political thing. And just something else that's nice about it. His mother was named Amanda. His father is named Manuel. Changes a little bit. And his daughter was named Amanda, and his son was named Manuel.
Te recuerdo, Amanda, la calle mojada, corriendo a la fábrica donde trabajaba Manuel. La sonrisa ancha, la lluvia en el pelo, no importaba nada. Ibas a encontrarte con él, con él, con él, con él, con él. Son 5 minutos, la vida es eterna en 5 minutos. Suena la sirena, de vuelto al trabajo, y tú caminando, lo iluminas todo. Los 5 minutos te hacen florecer. Te recuerdo, Amanda, la calle mojada, corriendo a la fábrica donde trabajaba Manuel. La sonrisa ancha, la lluvia en el pelo, no importaba nada. Ibas a encontrarte con él, con él, con él, con él, con él, que partió la sierra, que no quiso daño, que partió la sierra, y en 5 minutos quedó destrozado. Suena la sirena, devuelto al trabajo, muchos no volvieron, tampoco Manuel. Te recuerdo, Amanda, la calle mojada, corriendo a la fábrica donde trabajaba Manuel.
Okay, so, Victor, like I've been saying, he's all about love, for all types of love. That's what he's about. September 11th came in Chile, 73, and there was a coup, and they rounded up a lot of people who they thought were their enemies, the people who were like Victor Jara and a lot of other people. And they brought 5,000 people to the Estadio Chile in Santiago, and imprisoned them there for a few days. And there are a lot of reports of what really happened, and I don't think, some people really know, but a lot of people don't really know. I don't really know, but what the reports are was that they tried to get Victor Jara to renounce his songs, because he was the Bob Dylan of Chile at that time, of Latin America, and his music was the protest music everyone knew, and that's what the government was afraid of, his music. And so they tried to get him to renounce his music, and he refused to renounce his songs publicly. And then they smashed his hands up and said, well, you're not going to play guitar anymore. And then they tried to get him to renounce his music again, and he wouldn't do it. And then supposedly they sang this song. I'm just going to sing just the chorus of it. This is a song by a group called Kia Payún. It's called Venceremos. And this is kind of the equivalent of We Shall Overcome in the United States in the 60s at the same time. Venceremos means we will win. And the main verse is, I don't know what they sang on that night, September 15th, but the chorus is something like this. Venceremos, venceremos, mil cadenas habrá que romper. Venceremos, venceremos, la miseria sabremos vencer. Campesinos, soldados, mineros, la mujer de la patria también, estudiantes, empleados y obreros, cumpliremos con nuestro deber, sembraremos las tierras de gloria, socialista será el porvenir, todos juntos seremos la historia, a cumplir, a cumplir, a cumplir. Venceremos, venceremos, mil cadenas habrá que romper. Venceremos, venceremos, la miseria sabremos vencer. And then they killed Victor, and the next day they threw his body on the streets, outside of the public cemetery in Santiago, with some other bodies. And Chile cried. Most of Chile cried. Victor's family fled. They went to Europe, and people all over Chile fled. And Victor was gone. It was extremely sad, and still is sad. So there's a song by U2 called One Tree Hill, which is about dying. This is about one of Bono's friends who died, and in the middle of this song, he puts in this verse about Victor Jara. There's a new movie that's going to be coming out called The Resurrection of Victor Jara. And Bono's working on this. Bono says, once you know the story of Victor Jara, your life will never be the same. And he's one of the big people working on this movie. It should come out probably next year. And this is a song about death. And this goes out to everybody who has someone who's died recently, or not recently, whenever, especially Mark and my brother's dad, for us, and whoever you know who died and who you love. Think about that in this song and listen to these lyrics. It's a beautiful song by U2. Just a second, I've got to change my instrument here.
I told Mike that if we did a U2 song, people would get up and walk out. I did. I told him. What happened? You just said that we were going to do a U2 song, and there they went. Just pretend it's by Led Zeppelin.
Okay, you have to bear with this one. This is an original tune, but it's still a work in progress, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. This is called More Than 44. This is one we're working at, and we're going to sing about Victor Jara tonight for the first time.
have come and gone, and here we are still singing his songs in the place where he died. It bears his name and his love keeps growing, and so does his fame. And I know he won't stop ever anymore, cause y'all are gonna be some more and more, cause they can't stop love trying to put it down, but they can't stop love anywhere around. 44 bullets in his body, but I guess it takes more than 44, cause his love keeps growing, and I know there's more. They put 44 bullets in his body, but it takes a lot more than 44, cause his love keeps growing. I know there's more, oh yeah. They put 44 bullets in his body, but I guess it takes more than 44, cause his love keeps growing. I know there's more, oh yeah.
All right, thank you so much for coming down tonight. We hope you enjoyed this show and learned a lot about Victor Jara, a beautiful, great man. We're going to end it with one of his tunes that's become a real anthem. If you look on YouTube, you'll see this tune played all over the place. Since he died 40 years ago, so much has happened, and Victor Jara and his message is bigger than ever. It really is. The stadium where he was killed has been renamed as the Victor Jara Stadium. So if you go to Santiago, you can go see a concert in the Victor Jara Stadium. There's the Victor Jara Foundation in Santiago. And everywhere you go, about 5 years ago, they charged the guy who they said killed Victor Jara in the army. You know, it's maybe a little bit like the Abu Ghraib torture, where they chose some low-level army guy that didn't get the upper guys. But anyway, Victor Jara's name and his music and message and his love has grown a lot in those 40 years, and it's going to keep going. And here's his big anthem song. It's played by bands all over in a lot of languages. It's called El Derecho de Vivir en Paz. We're going to do this in not really the Victor Jara version, but a group from Concepcion called Los Bunkers. This is more like the Bunkers version of El Derecho de Vivir en Paz, the right to live in peace. And thanks again, everybody, for coming down tonight. Tell your friends about Victor Jara to find out who he was and to find out about Chile too. Okay? Thank you so much for coming. Muchas gracias.
El derecho
so much. Hey, you can come if you want to see us doing a little, normally what we do, we're a dance band, you know? So come down and see us in the day before Thanksgiving. We're going to be playing over at the Pioneer Place Theater. We got the best accordion player in Minnesota joining us for about the 6th straight year. And we'll do a lot of cumbias and lots of good music from all over the place if you want to dance. And we'll probably do a couple of these Victor Jara tunes as well.
It's an all ages show.
All ages show. Dan Newton, the greatest accordion player in Minnesota. So anyway, thank you so much for coming. We've had a great time. And thank you my students who came. Thank you. Gracias. Hasta mañana.